What would you do if the person you trusted most froze for just 1 second too long when you asked them a simple question? It was 2:17 a.m., and the only light in the bedroom came from her phone screen, glowing pale blue against her face as she turned away from me a little too quickly. The air smelled like her vanilla perfume, the one she only wore when she went out without me. I wasn't even supposed to be awake, but I was, and I saw everything. I didn't yell. I didn't accuse. I just asked one quiet question. Who are you texting at this hour? She hesitated, and in that single pause, my entire life cracked open. Because that hesitation wasn't confusion. It was calculation. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel, tell us where you're from, and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. She locked her phone and rolled over, forcing a tired smile. Melissa. She's having problems again. Melissa, the imaginary friend who conveniently needed her at odd hours more and more lately. I nodded like I believed her. I didn't. Not anymore. The humiliation didn't hit all at once. It came in layers. Like when we were at that rooftop bar on West 48th Street in Manhattan 2 weeks earlier, and she laughed a little too hard at her phone, tilting the screen away from me. Or when she started going to the gym in Soho at 9 p.m. and came back at midnight, flushed, but not from exercise. Or when she stopped touching me. That was the first real sign. You don't notice love disappearing until you reach for it, and your hand closes on nothing. I started paying attention, really paying attention. She guarded her phone like it held nuclear codes, took it to the bathroom, slept with it under her pillow, changed her password, something she'd never done in 8 years. I didn't confront her. Not yet. Instead, I watched, listened, waited. 3 nights after that 2 a.m. moment, I followed her. She said she was meeting Melissa again. I kissed her cheek, told her to drive safe, and waited exactly 7 minutes before grabbing my keys. She drove downtown, not to Brooklyn where Melissa lived. She pulled into a dimly lit parking garage near a boutique hotel on West 27th Street. I parked across the street, my hands gripping the steering wheel so hard my knuckles went white. And then I saw him. Tall, confident, waiting near the elevator like he owned the place. He smiled when he saw her. She smiled back, in a way I hadn't seen in years. She walked straight into his arms and kissed him, like I didn't exist. Something inside me didn't shatter. It went quiet, cold, precise. That night, I didn't confront her. When she came home, I pretended to be asleep. When she slipped into bed beside me, I didn't move. But I didn't sleep either. I planned. The next few weeks were a performance. I became the perfect husband. Calm, attentive, predictable, and invisible. Meanwhile, I built my case. I installed a small audio recorder in her car, cloned her phone data through our shared cloud account she'd forgotten about, hired a private investigator, tracked credit card receipts, hotel charges, dinners, gifts that weren't for me. His name was Daniel. Married too. Of course he was. Men like him always are. The recordings were the worst part. Hearing her laugh with him. Hearing her complain about me. He's so boring lately, she said one afternoon in the car. I don't even think he notices anything anymore. Daniel laughed. Good. Makes this easier. Easier. Like I was an inconvenience. Like my life was just background noise to their little fantasy. I broke the night I heard her say this. I think I'm going to leave him soon. I just need to make sure I get the apartment. That was the moment. Not when she kissed him. Not when she lied. That was when I died as her husband. And something else took my place. I met with a lawyer the next day. Then another. Then a third. I wanted the best. Because I wasn't just going to leave. I was going to erase her. We built everything carefully. Documented infidelity. Financial misuse. Hidden accounts. Every lie she told became evidence. Every move she made tightened the noose she didn't even see. Then came the trap. Her birthday. She wanted something big this year. Said she deserved it. So I gave her exactly what she wanted. A party. Private room at a high-end restaurant in Midtown. Friends, family, co-workers. Even Daniel. Yes, I invited him. She didn't know that part. The night of the party, she looked radiant. Confident. Untouchable. She kissed me on the cheek like we were still something real. Thank you for this, she whispered. I smiled. You're going to remember it forever. Halfway through dinner, I stood up, tapped my glass. Hey, just wanted to say something. The room quieted. She looked at me, slightly confused. I pulled out my phone, connected it to the projector behind me, and hit play. Her voice filled the room. Clear, Undeniable. Laughing with Daniel. Mocking me. Planning to take everything. Gasps echoed around the table. Her face drained of color. Daniel stood up, panicked. What the hell is this? Oh, sit down, I said calmly. It gets better. Then came the photos. The hotel. The garage. The timestamps. The receipts. Everything. Laid out like a crime scene. She started crying. Begging. Please, stop. This isn't. Not what? I asked quietly. Not real. Her boss was there. Her parents. His wife. Yes. I invited her too. The room turned on them like a storm. Daniel's wife slapped him so hard it echoed. My wife collapsed into her chair, shaking. I didn't raise my voice once. I didn't need to. The divorce was fast. Brutal. Public. She lost the apartment. Her job. Most of her friends. Reputation? Gone. Daniel disappeared back into whatever hole he crawled out of. Coward. Months later, I saw her once. Outside a small coffee shop on the Lower East Side. She looked smaller. Dimmer. Like someone had turned the brightness of her life all the way down. She saw me. Started to walk over. Stopped. Because she knew. There was nothing left to say. I kept walking. Didn't look back. Didn't feel anything. Not anger. Not sadness. Just silence. Because the truth is, the moment she hesitated at 2:17 a.m., I had already lost her. And by the time she realized it, she had lost everything. The end.